Hey NBA fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into Chat Sports, and today we have some fresh NBA news and rumors for you guys here on a Monday. Let's jump right in with news number one, and that surrounds Michael Jordan and load management this year in the NBA. Now, load management has become a very, very hot and sensitive topic right now over the course of the first couple weeks of this season because star players have kind of been sitting out on the other side of back-to-backs or even whenever they're healthy, and the NBA obviously is not very happy about it, but it really all stems from last week when Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers were taking on the Bucks on primetime ESPN airwaves, or primetime ESPN television and airwaves, I should say, and Kawhi Leonard sat out due to load management. Now, of course, there's been plenty of debates nationally about is load management good for the players, healthy for the players over an 82-game schedule, or is it in fact detrimental to the product because, little Timmy wants to buy a Clipper ticket, and then Kawhi's not there. You guys can see the problem that ensues from that. Now, Michael Jordan, who of course is one of the greatest basketball players of all time, apparently is not a fan of players sitting, and we learned that through former Hornet head coach Steve Clifford, current Orlando Magic head coach Steve Clifford, when he had a quote saying this: "Our guys aren't used to sitting on the second game of a back-to-back. We're not sitting guys just to sit." For me, my background, frankly, it all goes back to the expectations. Being with Michael in Charlotte, Michael used to tell them every year, you're paid to play 82 games. So there you go. Michael Jordan, not a fan of sitting out, if you're healthy during an 82-game season, which we should not be surprised at all because Michael Jordan is one of the, older generation of NBA players. They always talk about how, his generation of the NBA was so much tougher, so much harder. Modern NBA players couldn't play with them. We all hear all that here in the modern NBA. Now, it might be true. At the same time, for me, load management's not a problem at all. I understand that 82 games during the regular season is a long time, and the other side, the back-to-backs during long road trips are difficult as well. Here's what matters in the NBA. It's not the regular season. It's the postseason. The postseason matters. That's why Kawhi Leonard is sitting out against the Bucks, because he has a schedule where he knows he needs to rest after X amount of days. It just so happened to be the Bucks game. He sits out and goes, listen, we lose the Bucks today, doesn't matter, because we're going to be in the postseason, and I'm going to be playing 7-game series after 7-game series after 7-game series. 40 minutes, 40 minutes, 40 minutes. It makes sense. Load management, I have no problem with it. I get being upset if you bought a ticket and you want to go watch Kawhi and you don't get to watch Kawhi, but guess what? 182 games. If it was less, they'd probably play all of them, but it's 82 games. You want that many, NBA? This is what you're going to have to deal with. I have no problem with load management. What do you guys think? Is load management bad for the NBA? Is it good for the NBA? Let's do this. Is load management good for the NBA? Type Y for yes. Type N down below for no. I'm very curious to see how this pans out in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think. The most bizarre story of the week has to be surrounding Dion Waiters and his panic attack on the flight home Thursday after the Heat played the Phoenix Suns. Apparently, if you haven't heard this story, on the plane, Dion Waiters had a panic attack because he had consumed some THC-infused edibles that were given to him by a teammate. Basically, I think they were either gummy bears or gummy worms. He had marijuana-laced gummy bears, had a panic attack on the plane, and now has been suspended for the first 10 games of the season. Guys, don't do drugs. Right? It's very simple. Don't do drugs, kids, out there, because this can be the result. Waiters suspended first 10 games without pay. And the big funny part about this is that Waiters is not snitching on the teammate who gave him the edibles. So whoever gave it to him, we have not know yet. And of course, like the Miami Sun, Herald are all trying to figure out who exactly it is. It's a big investigation, but Waiters is not a snitch. He's not going to let people know who gave him the edibles. The thing about Waiters this year, though, many of you guys will recognize the name. He actually hasn't played so far in 2019. He had an injury, and when he was finally healthy, he lost his minutes to Tyler Hero and Kendrick Nunn. So he's basically played nothing so far in 2019. Was upset about that whenever he found out he was going to lose his minutes to Tyler Hero, and now we have this whole edible thing going on. So you'll not be seeing old Dion Waiters for the next 10 games, which probably wouldn't have mattered because he might not have played anyway. But it's just a crazy story. THC-infused edibles on the team plane caused a panic attack, but he's not going to snitch. It's probably like the bright spot of the story. Good job, Dion. He's a true friend. He's not going to snitch. You know what also I'm not going to snitch about here? Because I'm going to tell the truth. BetDSI, our partner for this video, is one of the best betting websites on the planet where you guys can bet on any sports games you guys really want. NBA, NFL, college football, whatever you want to do. All you got to do, though, to get an extra deal, we got a promo code for you here. It's go to chatsports.com/bet. Use the promo code DEAL120. You get a 120% deposit bonus when you sign up for the first time. put, what, $10 down, you get $12. You put $100 down, you get $220. It's the way, 120% deposit bonus works. So again, bet on your favorite NBA team. If they're winning, then you might as well do it. That way you win money. Chatsports.com/bet. Use the promo code DEAL120. Okay, how about the New York Knicks? Are changes coming to the New York Knicks sooner rather than later? Because yesterday, the Knicks lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers by 21 points. Yes, you heard me right. They are now 2-8 on the year. And of course, GM Scott Perry, as most New Yorkers, are not happy with the current state of the New York Knicks. Now, right now, they are easily the worst team in the NBA. They have the similar record to the Warriors, which is kind of crazy. But at least the Warriors have an all-star on the team with D'Angelo Russell. The Knicks have nobody besides, I guess, young RJ Barrett, who's playing a lot of minutes. Here's what GM Scott Perry had to say about his current state of the Knicks. Quote, "We're not happy with where we are. This is not where we expected to be at this point 10 games in." Where did you expect to be at this point 10 games in with the current Knicks roster? You're 2-8. You get your rookie RJ Barrett. We know that rookies in the NBA don't really attribute to big wins, especially when they're the best player on your team. The question now is going to be, will David Fizdale be keeping his job over the next couple of days, weeks, and months? And if you're when I listen to Knicks president Steve Mills, he basically said that his job is safe and that they have patience and believe in the coach. So we'll see what happens in New York. But, we're not happy with the current state of our organization, current state of this 10 games in the NBA. Did anyone expect you guys to actually be good? I don't know. I did not. But maybe there are some Knicks fans out there who are healthy optimists that Julius Randle and RJ Barrett were going to produce some wins up there in the Garden. How many games do you guys have the Knicks winning this year? 2-8 right now. Do the math out for 82 games. 15, 16, 20, 25. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment below how many games the New York Knicks are going to win this year. Good news for the Clippers, not having to do with load management, is Paul George is set to return most likely this week. Remember, injured his shoulders back in February. I think it was against the Rockets when he was on the Thunder. I can't remember. Had off-season shoulder surgery. Have been rehabbing to get back. Said in a quote the other day, he's so tired of rehabbing, he just wants to play. But the report is he could return this week. Could technically return tonight. Now, depending on when you watch this video, we'll probably have news on if he's going to play tonight or not against the Raptors. I would bet not, but again, he might. It's looking like Wednesday or Thursday on their back-to-back against the Rockets and Pelicans would be most likely whenever Paul George could make his return. But again, it will be this week when Paul George, barring a setback, should be back out on the floor for the LA Clippers, which, now we get to really see how good the LA Clippers can be because they've been great with Kawhi Leonard. I think 6-3 so far on the year. And remember, Kawhi Leonard has sat some of those games. Now you add in Paul George, and here we go. We'll see how great the Clippers are over the next couple of days and weeks. Again, could play tonight against the Raps, depending on when you watch this video. Most likely Wednesday or Thursday in the Rockets-Pelicans game. And the Clippers were legit contenders without him. And now, at starting five, pretty darn good. Bev, Shamlit, George, Kawhi, Zubac. I mean, it's going to be good. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun happening out there in Los Angeles. But are they the best team in the NBA when Paul George is healthy? What do you guys think? Lakers right now are at the top of all power rankings. So, if you're a Clipper fan, you might not like that. If you're a Laker fan, you do. Let me know what you guys think. Who's the best team in the NBA? And finally here, I crammed all the injury news into one little segment because over the weekend, a lot of injuries did happen, starting with Chris Middleton yesterday, who suffered a left thigh contusion, left the game against the Thunder. And the Bucks star got a big offseason pay raise, I guess you could say contract extension. Should expect to be fine. He could be back over the next couple of days. So that was the first injury scare, but turned out to not be a really big deal. The ones that are the two that are kind of the big deal is Kyle Lowry is out 2 weeks with a fractured left thumb. That happened against the Pelicans over the weekend. So he has 2 weeks to kind of figure it out and get the thumb all figured out and healed up. But left hand though, so it kind of helps out being that he is a right-handed shooter. And Gordon Hayward, this is the big one. He has fractured his left hand. Happened against the Spurs a couple of days ago, although it all seems it is not as bad as Steph Curry's fractured left hand. Apparently, he avoided any major injury. Well, it met with a hand specialist today, and it was most likely out at most 6 weeks. So again, you hear fractured left hand, you go, oh no, Steph Curry out for 3 months. That means Gordon Hayward's going to be out for a long time. No, in fact, it looks like he is going to be okay. Well, not okay, but it won't be 3 months. It'll be 6 weeks, so 1 to 2 months right now for Gordon Hayward, who was playing really, really well this year. 18.9 points per game, 7 rebounds, shooting 44, almost 44% from three-point land. Back to the normal Gordon Hayward we expect him. Obviously, Boston needs that with a new look with Kemba Walker. And here we are, another injury for Gordon Hayward. He'll be reevaluated over the next couple of weeks. 6 weeks at the most is what we're told right now, but is visiting with a hand specialist probably right now, at the current time of filming this video. So we'll have more news over the next couple of days and weeks. Out of all these injuries, which one will have the most impact on their team? What do you guys think? The Hayward one, obviously, but I mean, Lowry and the Raptors have been playing a lot better than people realize, and having him out for 2 weeks could hurt them in the win-loss column. So we'll have to wait and see for all these injuries, and hopefully people stay healthy over the next couple of days and weeks. There you go, though. All the NBA news here for a Monday in November. We'll see what happens. And really the big news out of all this is, when will Paul George make his return? Is it tonight? Is it later on in the week? We'll just stay tuned, wait, and see. All the time we have for today. For Chat Sports, I'm Thomas Mott, signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day.